Hello and welcome to the news brief for Friday, October 29th. So glad that you are joining us here today. It's a nice, again, rainy day here in Shawnee, Kansas. So what is happening here? Well, we have our 3-day celebration, Halloween, All Saints Day, All Souls Day. Particularly All Saints Day. It is normally a holy day of obligation. It's a holy day of opportunity this year. So there is an 8:30 morning Mass as well as a 6 o'clock Mass, and then there's a 7:30 Mass in Spanish. I hope that you can make it to one of these Masses. Although there is no obligation, it's still good to celebrate the saints. It's also good to remember our faithful departed, which we remember on All Souls Day. And we have our Mass at 6 o'clock, and then our beautiful service of light at 7 p.m. It's a bilingual service where we will announce the names of those we would like to announce, that we'd like to pray for and remember. And then there'll also be a video presentation of those that we'd like to remember and pray for. So please send me an email if you'd like your loved one to be in that presentation. I am putting that presentation together. We've got several so far. We can still use some more. So send it to right here, frkent@gsshawnee.org, with the subject line All Souls, so that when I search in my mail, I can find it. I don't want to leave anybody out. And if I leave anybody out, it certainly won't be intentional. It will, hopefully, it just won't happen. So that is that. And then tomorrow, we have the Pope Francis continuing my study with the encyclicals and writings. This week, we're looking at the Apostolic Exhortation of Amoris Laetitia, and it's a beautiful document. Again, this is my first time really studying and reading through all of these documents, so it's a lot of work, but it's good. I'm glad that I'm spending time with them, because back when I was in seminary, I was up to date with all the new stuff coming out, and when I was a newly ordained priest, and then it just gets harder and harder as we go along. And so it's a good chance for me to force myself to study the documents, see what they actually say, and then present on them. So just kind of an overview. I was talking to Brian Hughes earlier this week and saying how kind of crazy it is to cover everything in an hour. And it is a little bit crazy, but it's just meant to be kind of a superficial covering of like what's in there, and an invitation then to go home and read it for yourself. Same thing that I was doing with the Bible study, covering in about an hour what is in the document. We have a great opportunity also, reminder that we are sister parishes with El Buen Pastor in El Salvador, and they will have a craft sale on November 13th and 14th, so hopefully you can participate in that. Also, we are planning an immigration forum that same night. It's nice the way those things connect, because we do have Salvadorians who have immigrated here to our country, obviously, and in our parish. And it's a good chance for us to just talk about what is the Catholic social teaching about immigration. People have lots of questions and misunderstandings of how that all fits in our Catholic teaching. Deacon Bill Scholl will be here that Saturday evening. It'll be 6:15, so after the 5 o'clock Mass. And then we hopefully we'll have an immigration lawyer as well. And then we're going to have roundtable discussions where people talk about their own stories about how their great-great-great-grandparents immigrated here and their origin stories. And we've got some first-generation immigrants too. And just to share that story of how we have gotten here, how we've come to be here in Shawnee, Kansas, in this beautiful country. So anyway, I hope that you can come with an open mind to learn more. I attended a similar forum at St. Michael the Archangel back when I was pastor at Our Lady of Unity. We did kind of a joint event. It was really good, really informative, and I thought it was a beautiful presentation. So I've invited Deacon Bill Scholl to come over and give a similar presentation along with an immigration lawyer, and then sharing personal stories. All of that really forms a beautiful context of understanding. Speaking of which, if you'd like to know more about immigration, or a beautiful movie I think that there is, it's Under the Same Moon, or La Misma Luna. It's kind of a bilingual movie. It's subtitled as well, but it's a story about a boy who journeys up into, I think, LA. It's been a few years since I've seen it, to find his mom, who used who is calling every day, and then he goes on this kind of journey adventure through the country. And so anyway, it just kind of gives it's a fairly lighthearted movie, but with some really profound things to think about that really have stuck with me. So that's another thing to look at that I think is a beautiful look at just immigration through the story of one child in a fairly heartwarming movie. Don't forget, we have adoration on Thursdays, 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and we could use more adorers. And a beautiful opportunity that we will have in the month of November, which is starting next week, is that we will have the photos that we have collected from our All Souls service that we can also pray for them in the presence of our Lord. So that's a beautiful opportunity. So if you have not yet come to adoration, take some time in this month of November to spend some time with our Lord, 9 o'clock a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. And then finally, you might have heard about our renovating of our lighting project. That has been we've been working on it for several months. And finally, we've got a contract signed and it's happening. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to redo all of the building's lights with LED lights. It'll be a cost savings and it'll also brighten up things. It'll also make things better in the school. I mean, everything's going to be redone. And I think that it helps actually with studying in the school instead of having these, whatever those lights are with the tubes. It's better there for studying and everything. But I'm really excited about this project. I'm particularly excited about the way that it's going to brighten up the church. I think that our church is beautiful, but it's pretty dark. And sometimes it's nice to have dark when you have a prayer service or whatever. Maybe for our service of light, we want it dark, but we also want to have a higher ceiling. I mean, not literally, but we want to have a higher ceiling of capacity for brightness. And so this will really help with that. And then it's going to save us money, so over the long haul. And so the plan is to put in these things, and then we will be paying out from the savings that we have saved from the lighting bill, and that's all been calculated. And so it's kind of a win-win, no-brainer, at least as far as I'm concerned. And as we went through the facilities council and the finance council, we get a better lighting project for essentially and save money at the same time. So it's a winning combination. So that should be happening sometime in the next few weeks, months, or whatever. They should be starting the install. I think we're almost ready to go on the church. The school, I think, with the shipping things, that might be a little bit longer of a delay, but it's happening, so that's exciting. So look for those changes to be coming soon. I think that's all that I have to talk about here today this week. I hope that you have a blessed week. I hope that people are safe in whatever celebrations they might be doing for Halloween. I always go over to my sister's house, and so I will be there this evening, and I usually go trick-or-treating with my nieces and nephews, so that's always a fun chance for me to participate and see the costumes and everything. So we usually have like soup and everything. It's a wonderful evening. I always look forward to spending time with my family for that celebration. And then continuing with the beauty with All Saints and All Souls. So have a beautiful weekend. I will see you soon and next time. And hi. No, I'm filming. Would you like to say anything for the week news?
Would you like to say something?
I think you might be on the outtakes though. So.